Yo, 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 yo. What's good, Patrick? Mike Rouse, right on time. How about me being on time for once, huh? I was the first one in this motherfucker, finally. It only took like 55 shows. I'll be right with you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm just finishing something up real quick. Bozo the clown ass head ass. All right. All right. I don't know what's going on with my mic, but let me sort it real quick. No, I don't want Logitech. Microphone. Hello, hello. Is that better? Can you guys hear me better now? Is there less background noise? There should be. 1 second, let me get the light on so I don't look like a complete druid. Yarramin. What's good, fellas? What's good, what's good? Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, I'm just sitting down, okay. What up, what up, what is good, everybody? How we living, how we living? How are we on this fucking cold ass day? Today was weird. Today was an overall weird day. Went to take my dog to the groomer and I went outside. The air was like when it's about to snow, you could just see it almost in the air, and it was pure fog, like super thick fog. I drive 2 miles down the road. There's not a cloud in the sky and it's bright sun, and all of a sudden it's warming up in my car, and I'm like, is there just like a wall, an invisible wall somewhere that's like trapping the cold in my neighborhood and it's not escaping anywhere else? Or it was very strange. I get to the groomer and I asked the groomer because my dog's got a spot like right on the middle of the clear part of her eye on the outside, right? And it looks almost kind of like a blister. It almost looks like it's protruding, right? And so I asked my groomer, "What do you think that is?" And she said she'd seen it in dogs before, and that it wasn't like normal, but that dogs get those. And I go on about my day, leave the dog with her. I get to my car, she calls me, "Yeah, we can't take your dog." So because my dog has a spot on her eye, they refuse to groom her, yet they've been grooming her for 4 years, and she's always had that spot on her eye. So just because I asked her, because I didn't want to take her to the vet and get a big ass fucking vet bill, so now she's saying I have to have a note from the vet in order for me to take her back to get groomed. So that fucking plan backfired on me in a bad way because my dog stinks and she needs to get bathed. But crazy. How you guys doing today? Are we ready for NXT? It should be a killer show. Let me get it going. Oh, let me get my phone so y'all can come on, feel the noise. I had my phone with me the whole fucking time. Okay. Right the fuck on. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, I would groom her if I had a place to groom her at my apartment. Like it's hard to explain, but I can't do it from the bathroom like where I live. Might be able to do it in the kitchen sink, but I don't know. Just something about the idea of putting my dog in the kitchen sink because that's where the dishes go and shit. I don't want to put her in the kitchen sink, bro. I really don't. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. You feel me? Uh, then now there's no more Cena at all. Is he gonna be forever? Yeah, he's part of Forever with Taker and Eddie Guerrero. See, I have questions about this. I have questions about the decision by Blake Monroe and how it benefits her by what she did. Why isn't this any louder? Hmm. Okie dokie. Did you ever find the? Nah, I don't have it, bro. Nah, it's not a free channel anymore. It's a with your cable provider. Oh, the sound isn't working. Ava's about to come out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ricky Saints making his awareness known. Yeah, it used to be on my antenna mic, but I can't find it now. It's not there no more. I'll have to recalibrate my TV at some point. I just haven't done it. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Ricky Saints is goofy, bro. Shit. On. Joe Hendry's opponent tonight just sucker punched him in the ring. Dion Lennox. I gotta send a link to Otis. Oh, goddamn. Who the fuck is Keanu Carver? I mean, this dude looks crazy. Who's him? He looks crazy. Oh, Lord Jesus. Who do you choose if they're the last two living? Brock Lesnar is starting to show signs of age in his face. Big time. I'm back in the saddle again. We got 2 title matches tonight. What the fuck Panda Express commercial is this? I'm fucking dead. For the best clean pants down. Where the fuck is this? Damn, I'm trying to go to Super Nintendo Land. Chat. I'm trying to go to Super Nintendo Land. That shit looks lit. It looks hella fun, Patrick. It looked like the best one of them all. Who's lurking in the shadows behind Ava? Kelani Jordan's really pretty. Like her face, like is legit pretty. Okay, okay, Melina Jordan. Yeah, Carmelo Hayes. Here we go. Shake what your mama gave ya. Well, been over to shook her ass cheeks. Well, well. Cat fight.
Starting to go right to work here on Kalani. Again, these two women just do not like each other. And from the way the night has started, looks like new faces looking and getting ready to make an impact. There's a lot of opportunity booked. We're talking about the NXT title. There's a lot of opportunity in the women's division. Yeah, there's a lot going on because of one thing, Vic. One thing only. Everybody's thinking about getting called up to the main roster, man. And right now, it's getting real serious, especially between these two. This issue has been brewing for quite some time. Oh, yes. What we just saw from last month. But do you remember a time, Booker, when the competition covered a kick out? The competition was this close with all the superstars. I'm loving what Ava's doing right now, making the competition go out there. Oh, inside the square circle. Like these two ladies, they got a lot of history together. On the topic of opportunity, there's a woman who
Look at fucking Sean Spears off to the right, looking like James Mitchell and shit. Oh boy.
You'll see this Friday, that being Trick Williams. Into the cover goes Kelani Jordan, a kick out. Big congrats to Trick Williams, Javon Evans going out there, doing what it takes to make it to the main roster. That's been seen by the higher in the WWE. And like I say, these ladies right here, you look at Kelani Jordan, former Rookie of the Year. You look at, like I said, there's a lot of history between these women here. Look, and I'm glad you bring that up because it was Lola Vice who defeated Kelani Jordan in that breakout tournament. You know, Kelani Jordan's been thinking about that match, but that is a blemish on her record.
Now it wants to pick my hand up on the fucking screen when it wasn't before. That's lame.
Matchup and all submission. His little life, we know the MMA background. We know you not to get on the mat, but Kelani's so close to that bottom rope line to reach out and break the hold. But as you were saying, for Lola Vice over the last several months, not just here in but also
Damn. Kelani Jordan has some pretty good moves. I think the more I didn't like Kelani Jordan at first, and the more I watch her every week, the more and more I'm starting to see why she had that little bit of a push towards the end of last year with the TNA Women's Knockouts Championship. She's really good. She's really good. Mm-hmm. Just gonna cruise on Twitter. I saw a tweet today talking about, there's interest now in Raquel possibly becoming women's champion within the higher ups at WWE. Chat, who's been saying it's Raquel's time to be women's champion? Who? 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 This guy right here. Who said Monday with Otis? Oh, I got distracted. Oh my god. I've been on almost a half an hour and I got distracted and forgot to send him an invite. Holy shit, cock. I said on his show on Monday, on his Monday watch along. As did he, by the way. So I'm not trying to make it seem like it was just my idea. But I'd been saying it even before Otis's show on my channel that Raquel needs the title. I've said it a number of times. Because think about it. Liv goes away, and to fill that void, they call up Roxanne Perez, and they put her in the Judgment Day. Everybody assumes, because at first they started her off flirting with Dom, right? So we thought, that's going to create jealousy between between Liv and Roxanne. And it was kind of the most obvious path that they could have taken. Somebody, after about 3 weeks, somebody had to have said something backstage about they don't want Roxanne flirting with Dom because she stopped flirting with Dom and she ain't flirted with Dom since. They made it about her befriending Raquel and being a cohesive unit and trying to figure one another out while Liv Morgan was absent. So, as the months went along, they gelled more and more and more and more. Yeah, I know Dom is married, but Dom was making out with Liv for 2 years before Roxy got called up, so that has nothing to do with it, Mike. I think Roxanne didn't want to flirt with Dom. I think maybe Roxanne wasn't comfortable with it. Because clearly Liv and Dom had been flirting way prior to that, so they had no problems with it. So, or what I'm thinking too is maybe that wasn't the issue. Maybe the issue was, hey, this is the most obvious way we could go, but let's do something that we've never done with an angle like this. So instead of making it about Roxanne getting all nudged up and close and hugged up on Dom to create jealousy with Liv, Roxanne is smart. Because think about it. When Liv comes back, now she's got an enemy to face. And her role in the Judgment Day isn't certain. She could be kicked out. If she befriends Raquel, that's a different issue, right? Liv can't come at her for anything for befriending Raquel. Liv can't say, hey, you were trying to press up on my man. You was doing this with my man, blah, 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 right? Liv can't say shit in jealousy when it comes to Roxanne. But what I think is now that Raquel is getting this push, Liv is going to try now and befriend and get tight with Roxanne. Because Raquel wasn't that. Roxanne didn't receive Liv back to the group that graciously at first. And I think they're going to go with the storyline of Liv feeling that and saying and seeing while she was on the sideline how Raquel took on Roxanne as her best friend, basically. Liv will say, you threw me to the wolves, you didn't call me, all of a sudden she's your best friend. When we started this group, something along those lines, blah, 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 and that type of jealousy, best friend type of jealousy, right? I think that's the way they're going to go. What happened to NXT? This match is still going? Holy shit. Can you even hear it? Or no?
Kelani reached out. Where's Kelani going to tap? She thought big right there, but she has nowhere to go. She may just have to tap. 50 position. Here we go. And look, Kelani Jordan rolled the wrong way. I don't know if she.
Here, I know what I'll do.
One more time. First time.
Nope, that still doesn't pick it up. That's crazy. My phone's not picking up the. My mic's not picking up the phone volume for some reason.
I like Kelani Jordan because I like her old school traditional looking wrestling gear. Oh shit, Lola Vice won. I was expecting Kelani to win. Look at her butt cheek jiggle, her BBL cheek jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. She is coming for Izzy Dame. Hey, what happened to Lexus King? How come I never see this dude? I think they're changing the gimmick, I think. You saw what, Patrick? All of a sudden, these goons care about the speed title. These rookies. Wait, we have Saturday night's main event this weekend? Mike Rouse, you ask that all the time, bro. You need to write it down so you don't forget. I have no idea. Just go in there and type in the chat. Ask, just say what's the name of the song. I bet 25 people will answer you. Chick-fil-A soaks their chicken in bleach before they cook it. Patrick, next weekend meaning in 4 days next weekend or the weekend after this upcoming weekend? The 17th, right? 4 days from now? Right. Oh, god damn it. The 24th? Okay. Oh. That's gonna. Why would. So, that's the. So that Saturday the 24th is the day. The next day, Sunday the 25th, is the NFC and AFC Championship football games to determine who goes to the Super Bowl. So they want to do it the Saturday night before the big playoff weekend. You guys, does anybody know if Otis is live? Is Otis on his channel? I gotta listen to that podcast with Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor. All right, here we go. Our first of 2 title matches tonight.
For the champion, Tavion Heights, the challenger. Those men, of course, looking at that NXT title that hangs high above the ring because February 3rd, 6 men will compete to climb the ladder. The first to successfully retrieve that championship will call themselves the new NXT champion. As we're 10 seconds into this match, it's already lasted longer, by the way, than Tavion Heights.
He has the big shots on a big man, but it's going to take a whole lot more than that. This balls to down here.
And Heights won the Speed tournament to become the #1 contender. Unlike those matches, which were 3 minutes, championship matches are 5 minutes. And is Heights ready for the monster?
Ideas. He's going back to his base, Greco-Roman. This is professional wrestling. He keeps this 340 pounds, 6 foot 5 inches.
Tavion Heights. Tonight, disqualification match takes place in the main event, but Jasper Troy is taking of Tavion Heights.
Take it off, big man.
As we're now 60 seconds into this matchup. I gotta get your advice, or your thoughts real quick here before I get to some advice. Well, what are your thoughts on Amy's announcement that started tonight?
I love it. I mean, the championship is up for grabs. Who's gonna step up and grab that brass ring? Who's gonna step up and take this thing to another level by becoming champions and changing the lives? Oh yes, I love it, man.
90 seconds off the clock on the topic of titles. WWE Championship #1 Contenders Tournament begins this Friday on SmackDown. Who will step up to challenge the new WWE Champion, that being Drew McIntyre. But when it comes to advice, what advice have you given Jasper Troy on silencing the doubters?
I think Jasper Troy doesn't need a whole lot of advice at this point. I mean,
God.
you look at Tavion Heights.
I just don't. What are your guys' thoughts on Jasper Troy?
This guy came up eating jack back. I'm talking about staring at the wall, looking for his next meal, and his next meal is Tavion Heights. I love it.
Half second to retain is under 3 minutes, and I don't necessarily know if Tavion Heights had a silver spoon in his mouth growing up. We can talk about that later. But right now, we talk about the first of 2 because the TNA International Championship will be defended later on tonight. There is the challenger, Shiloh Hill.
He spit his tooth out on Santino's daughter's tits last week.
He's prepared. He ruined my LFT plug, but I'll move on to the rest of this matchup. Troy has been thinking about how to put Heights away quickly in this match. I go back to a series of flashes and focusing on the ribs and the body of Tavion Heights.
I think it's about let Tavion Heights feel the pain of a big man. Like I say, Jasper Troy, he doesn't have to win. He just doesn't have to lose this match. He's in control. He's the champion.
He's got to survive the next 2 minutes and 1 second. And again, it's Jasper Troy who is the 5th man to hold this title. And these two pulled no punches last week when they were out here fighting all around the ring. As we're inside those 2 minutes,
I don't really understand the leg sleeve type of thing with Tavion Heights. It's kind of annoying. I find that it's all my eyes focus on while he's wrestling is just stupid blue leg.
There's a minute 37 and counting in this match for Tavion. Looking for an overhead belly to belly. He's belly to his feet. Under 90 seconds now for Tavion. Heights has to realize he's got to beat the clock. To your point, Jasper Troy just has to survive.
This is not this young man's wheelhouse on this top rope. But he made it. But
oh, wow. And a kick out. Heights an Olympian. Speed certainly might fit his style as he looks up to the clock, realizes there's under 70 seconds left in the clock, continuing to count down. And Jasper Troy showing that power, showing that monster capability. And breaking through under 60 seconds. Oh!
Black hole.
Fade again as Jasper Troy retains.
What kind of
That's my
Jasper Troy, you fucked up that move. That looked like Tavion Heights was the one that totally did that move on you.
And you think about the damage done to the back, the
Yeah,
damage
he
done
sucked,
to the
dude.
ribs, but when you talk about a sudden ability to go to the question of a match, there was that big black hole, that boss man-esque slam for Jasper Troy to retain that speed championship. Who will be the one to beat
He
the
said that
clock?
big black
Who
hole
will
while
be the one to
Jasper Troy
dethrone
was on
the
his hands and knees and the camera was
Who
focused right
will
on the
beat
center of his
Jasper
butt cheek.
Troy?
nobody.
I found that funny. Is this Lexus King? Is he back?
That man, the star of all television, Lexus King, from the baby.
This is disgusting. This man was embarrassed.
Nobody knows that it's you, though.
I know she did, but I had to talk to her. It literally took all three of Fatal Influence to beat me and keep the
Wow.
NXT Women's Champion.
Another
That's
Lexus
true.
King
So of course
box.
I'm going to try to get another opportunity, like, right?
No. Did you just say you're not done with JC?
Yeah.
No. You are, because we've got next. After you. Either Soul or I, obviously. Ren, are you really going to let Kendall have another shot over you?
Oh, yeah, she's a lot better than me right now. No, dude, that's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So if you want a shot at JC, I'll support you like you've been supporting me.
Oh, yeah.
You know, well, last time I checked, JC's beaten both of you. And if anyone's going to get...
Whoa.
Pipe down. The champ is having a meeting with the GM. All right, back it up.
I love it. I mean,
Okay, Ava, look, since you're all here, I'll just tell you all now. I wasn't talking to JC about her next opponent. What I was telling her was that Santino and I spoke, and one of our tag teams was going to get a shot at the TNA Knockouts tag title. So next week, all of you are going to compete in a triple threat tag team match. So, well, we were NXT Tag Team of the Year, so I think that should go to us. And these two, why not? Well, these two, we have a name. Run QCC.
I
know. So maybe if you, how about you guys just go ahead and argue amongst yourselves, because Fatal Influence will be bringing home more gold. Yeah.
You know me. I'm the shrugging emoji. But I gotta be honest.
I can
It's
see
really
Fatal
great feeling
Influence
so
winning that,
uncertain
and
all
then
the time.
that
So
gives
when my
Amy
friend
Reed a
told me about
title
the
that
University of Phoenix
walked down
tuition
the aisle with
guarantee, where you can know your
and put on
tuition
her list.
costs up front, it's locked in till you graduate your program. And they have several ways you could save. For the first time in my life, I feel certain. So this is what not like.
Yeah, there is King, but you couldn't tell it was him because he couldn't get his hair out of his face, so. Oof. Everybody talking about Ricky Saints not being a hit in NXT. They've tried a lot longer with Lexis King and gotten a lot. They've gotten nowhere. So now he's a country singer with a cane? Ugh. Sometimes NXT really needs to work on their character progression. They really do. Some of these kids are cringe on the mic. Yeah. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Shut the fuck up, Booker T. A French luchador? Is that what we're doing now? A French luchador?
Il venait à Paris, dans notre école de catch, pour faire un stage. Et il nous a dit qu'il allait donner ce masque à son meilleur élève. À la fin de ce stage, il m'a offert ce masque. J'étais très jeune, mais il m'a pris sous son aile, car il a le potentiel de devenir une star. C'est l'un des moments de ma carrière où je suis plus fier. Maintenant, quand je rentre au ring, je le représente en portant ce masque. Et avec le style, je lui fais honneur à lui et à la tradition de la lucha. Parce que sans lui, je ne serais pas qui je suis actuellement. Et j'en serais pas où j'en suis aujourd'hui.
I don't know how I feel about this, chat. I don't know how I feel about this one, but we'll see.
And I'm here to slash the sky.
Oh boy. You're gonna blindside me with Vanity Project again?
Absolutely not. But I'd love to remind you that I love those boys. And congratulate you on signing 3 absolute studs to NXT.
What do you want? Get to it.
I want to focus on the future of the NXT Championship. Boss, who will my qualifying match be against, and what week will it be?
Let's see. No one and never.
Amazing. I don't even have to qualify.
No,
Best
not
decision.
Definitely. You're not in the match.
I'm sorry. Why? No. I want to know who here deserves it more than me. Nobody else in
It's
this.
double champion had the year that you did. I know. And look, I'll put you in one of the qualifying matches, but give me that title.
Oh, absolutely not.
Well, look, if you were in the ladder match and you won, you would have to vacate that title anyways. Or I would make you do it because remember, we're focusing on the future.
Let me get this straight. After everything I have done with the North American Championship, record number of title matches in 2025, and now 2026, we're already approaching a record number of days holding this championship. I have beaten blue chip prospects, veterans, all the way around the world, and a bunch of zoo animals.
Ethan, I know you've had an incredible year, and yes, you have taken that title to new heights. I mean, you are the longest reigning champion in WWE right now. That's a really big deal.
You're being serious right now? You sound like you're being serious. You're not joking.
That title deserves all of the spotlight, which is exactly why it'll be defended next week.
Oh, absolutely not.
I mean,
Absolutely not.
don't you think it deserves all of the recognition?
No.
Well, that's too bad, because you are going to be defending it against the French luchador Ilio Lafleur in his debut.
Okay.
Oh.
So this Elio Lafleur is debuting, and you're giving him a title match?
Yeah, I mean, you would know something about that, right? You got it.
Ilya LaFleur. Oh, sweet. Mama. Hello, mommy. Oh, wifey. Wifey.
Let's just get a closer look.
Holy Moses. That woman was sent from heaven. She's one of the fallen angels. I'd do anything that woman told me to do. Swear to God. Next week we get the new French luchador versus Ethan Page, huh? That's gonna be a kick-ass match. That should be a really good one, chat.
Really? Yeah.
That'll be a good match. Elio Lafleur. The French fry guy. That's what I'm calling him. The French fry guy. I started calling it him first, so if you see Sidro or anybody in JD's calling him the French fry guy, they stole it from me. They stole it from moi. Since we're rolling with the French theme right now. Yezerski. I don't know where Otis is. Chat, none of y'all ever answer me when I ask y'all shit. Which leads me to believe no one's either watching or y'all ain't listening. Is Otis live right now, chat? Is Otis live right now? Anyone? 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 Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Ooh. I don't think that's real beef. I've had that meal from Burger King, and I'm saying I don't think that the burger patties are beef. I'm just going to leave it at that. Who's that girl? God damn. Hey, Ricky Saints. Glamour is forever. Uh 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 uh. The crowd is actually singing our theme song. Blake Monroe.
Come on. Very molded man. Come on.
Good Lord God.
Let's talk about it. Last week I came out here with every intention of reclaiming my NXT Women's North American Championship. Yes, I attacked Thea Hale. So what? All I did was bring a little hell out to play. I mean, it was a travesty. I was even having to compete for my title in the first place. It was. And instead of letting Blake Monroe rise to the occasion, they turned it into controversy. They turned it into chaos. I was exactly where I was supposed to be, right in the middle of the conversation. Then suddenly the narrative changed. And instead of answers, I was walked out the building like I'm the problem.
Yeah, how dare they, sweetie?
But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When you're as talented as I am, people don't always know what to do with you.
Facts. Facts.
They'll call you controversial. They'll debate about you on commentary. You'll all whine about every little thing Blakey does wrong, but you'll never willingly admit the obvious. Blake Monroe is the standard. I'm the most complete woman in NXT. Ava wants to go on about the future and we need something new, but no one even compares to the glamour. I am the moment. Every move I make is monumental. It sends you all into a frenzy. I mean, you saw it last week. The spotlight literally only exists because I want it to. And the minute you
Preach.
take me out of the equation, we see how
Preach, my lady.
is. I didn't lose control last week. I lost patience. I lost patience with a system that doesn't know how to exist when things aren't convenient. The minute I step out of line, the minute I do something that's quite all right, that is quite all right. Those girls can fight over the scraps of attention I left them. In fact, I'll even let them borrow some of my shine. Because every story ends in the same truth. There are stars, and then there are women who spend their careers.
Oh, what? Oh, shit! Miss Parker, he's back, baby! Woo! Okay. Okay. I'm down. I'm down. Oh, yes. Oh. Hey. Hello, hello. It is over.
Look, all I gotta say is, Miss Parker, can I help you? She didn't hear me talking. In fact.
Oh! Stop talking. Let's get to fighting, ladies. Let's go. Let's go. I was not expecting Jada Parker to come out here. So Blake Monroe wants to put Miss Parker over. Sound went out. There we go. Yeah.
For tonight's NXT profile.
Let's go, Miss Parker. All right. I'm loving me that feud already. Blake Monroe versus Jada Parker.
Season 2 of WWE LFG with the help of the dead.
Let's push Jada, shall we? Because she's another star on the rise.
No shit. Powerbomb is taxed on a bunch of pound codes, bodies flying, presents flying. Kind of reminds me of Christmas when I was 7. There was this family of flying squirrels that was hibernating in a tree by my house. Now, I didn't get a pet python like I wished for, so instead, I tried to take the squirrels inside and see if they'd wake up. And they did. Now, kids, do not try this at home because it was awful. Not to everyone else, though. My sister Darkness was freaking out, so dramatic. Christmas tree was falling over. They started ripping out the insulation in the wall, eating the Christmas dinner. My grandpa was chasing around with the sledgehammer. That was some Christmas chaos. Anyways, last week I had a little tango with Ariana. I bet you didn't know I could dance like that. And usually, I take my tooth out when I get all fired up, but this time, just a happy accident, I guess. Okay, tonight, it's not about the tooth or the tango. It's about the TNA International Title. And after this match,
Miss Parker.
Shiloh Hill.
Shiloh Hill is just a Temu knockoff Walmart Bray Wyatt wannabe.
Ready for his challenger.
What is this theme? Dax is goofy. But Santino's daughter is probably the finest. She's the top 2 finest women in NXT. Easy. Beautiful.
Every specialty pizza is just $9.99.
Miss Parker.
Yep.
The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
Chicken bacon ranch pizza. Treat
Miss Parker, let me holler at you a minute. Shout out to the king of comedy, the late the great Bernie Mac.
Online students across the country why they chose Southern
His role in the movie Friday was iconic as fuck, man. Miss Parker? Miss Parker.
It allowed me to continue to live my life. I went to a couple of colleges. None of them worked. But Southern New Hampshire University said that they could get you to that finish line.
What's good, Eddie? How we doing? Welcome in.
Jesse loves playing detective.
But the real mystery is
man, the Bernie Mac show was. I love the Bernie Mac show. The original Kings of Comedy to this day is in my top. Got to be in my top. I want to say top 3, but realistically probably top 5 greatest stand-up shows of all time. And if you put them in the top, if you put original Kings of Comedy in the top 3, I couldn't argue. Bernie Mac, often imitated, never duplicated, as the saying goes. Right? That spot he did closing the original Kings of Comedy, He had me on the point of almost pissing in my pants. I was laughing so hard watching that when it originally aired way back in the day. He was genuinely funny. Well, some comedians, you can tell they're trying to be funny, and they might tell some funny jokes. But Bernie Mac, with his facial expressions and how he spoke and shit, it was, you knew that that's how he was, whether the camera was turned on or turned off. You know what I mean?
Told you that barber was legit.
He was legitimately hilarious as fuck. And yeah, he was gone way too soon. One of the funniest guys, man. One of the funniest human beings you'll ever watch. Wish I could have seen him do a show live. That would have been amazing. How you doing, Eddie? How's your day been, bro? I'm assuming you just saw what went down with my future wife, my fiance, Blake Monroe, and Jada Parker. Nobody was expecting Jada Parker to walk out and get into a feud with Blake Monroe. But did you hear the key words that Blake Monroe used? She said, I'm going to leave my scraps for the women in the back to fight over. So it sounds like she's moving on from the North American Championship. That's what I got from her promo. But I'm definitely down for Jada Parker. Was nowhere to be seen the last quarter of 2025. And now that she's back, I am all about Blake Monroe and Jada Parker for sure. For sure. I'm more interested in that feud than I am a JC Jane versus Lola Vice, to be honest with you. But that's just my money on it. But I'm glad Jada Parker's getting something going early 2026. So that means they're focusing on her for this part of the year at the beginning, which is great. And maybe her and Blake are going to have something going into WrestleMania season. Maybe we see them during WrestleMania weekend on the big stage. I'd be all for that. Kathleen Bradley just celebrated, I believe, her 75th birthday. The former Price is Right model. Wait, Kathleen Bradley. Let me look her up. Kathleen. It's actually weird to see NXT with no Trick Williams and Javon Evans. Kathleen Bradley. She's 70 fucking 5. Wait, was she in the movie Friday? Was she Miss Parker in Friday? Why does it show Friday when I Google her name? If that was her in the fucking movie, I didn't know. If she was Miss Parker, I had no clue. Are you shitting me? I never knew that this whole time. That movie is 30 years ago. Damn, she was 75. So she was 45 in that movie? What? What happened to Paula Jai Parker? Have you seen her face as of late? She looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Don't know what happened to her, but I feel bad because something ain't right. Miss fucking Parker. Miss Parker? Miss Parker. Had no clue, Eddie. You just blew my mind, bro. Jesus Christ. We got T-Moon knockoff Bray Wyatt wannabe motherfucker versus crackhead Rob Gronkowski. I'm just saying, if you would have told me to guess her age the day that I was in the theater watching that movie when it came out in theaters, I wouldn't have guessed that she was 45 then, bro. There were so many fine Prices Right models in my lifetime growing up. Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of fine, this woman right here, Santino's daughter, is so fine. Blake Monroe's fine. Jada Parker's fine. Kelani Jordan's fine. Lainey Reed is fine. Fallon Henley is fine. Izzy Dame is fine. I mean, they just fucking. Diane Parkinson, I believe, she was the one that was married to Bob Barker, wasn't she? Didn't they used to be married way back in the day, like the early 80s ish shit? 70s, something like that? I also remember the guy, what was his name? Rod Roddy? He got his name from Rowdy Roddy Piper. Come on down. You're the contestant on The Price is Right. And he used to have the fucking big old poofy hair and the fucking crazy brightly colored jackets and shit. They weren't married? Oh, I thought they were married. Crazy to think that when Nikita Lyons was getting her push, there was only a couple of chicks I had my eye on that I thought were had the oh my god, the word just fucking won't come to my brain. The potential, sorry chat. That had the potential to be something special in the ring, along with having like the beautiful looks, right? And Nikita Lyons was one of those girls. And during the last couple of years, during her stretch of injuries, I mean, two handfuls of women have come along and have passed her by, unfortunately, no fault of her own. But I feel like she's been knocked down so many pegs with all these other names that have shown up on TV and made names for themselves that people are now starting to get used to. It's like, what do you do with Nikita Lyons? Didn't she get sent to Evolve? Because there's nothing to do with her on NXT, man. You got all these girls who are like koi fish in a small pond, bro. Just flopping around all over each other, chomping at the bit, trying to get their name in the lights. And for my money, I don't know how good. She's probably not that great of a wrestler, but she would be a great manager, Santino's daughter. And I would put her on the main roster yesterday. Eddie Foster, I don't know if I should be concerned that you know all of the Price is Right models from my childhood by name. That's crazy. You know, like Derrick Rose, or when you got somebody that has so much athletic ability in their body that it's too much for their body to handle. That's, I feel like Nikita Lyons is a big boned girl. She's not tiny by any means, right? And she's got all that meat on her. As curvaceous and as sexy as it is, I mean, none of it's fat. I mean, she might be one of the most curvy girls without fat on her I've ever seen, right? But I think she's so athletic that her weight becomes a problem for her knees. And when I say her weight, I don't mean that rudely, and I don't mean that like she's overweight in any stretch of the imagination. But I think what happened is WWE got on her about her weight regarding her knees. And if you've seen Nikita Lyons now, she's unrecognizable to me in the face. I don't know what's happened. I don't know. I think I'd be willing to bet she's on Ozempic. Because it's giving her that Ozempic. She's getting that Ozempic like kind of zombie monster look to her face, and it's sad. It's really sad. And I hope that I'm wrong about that, but that's just what my eyes tell me. I'm not saying this to spread misinformation. I don't know what's going on with Nikita Lyons, but my point in bringing her up was to highlight the fact that how many women do we have now, whereas Nikita Lyons isn't even on anybody's radar anymore. And think about this. Tiffany Stratton this year will have been on the main roster 2 years. She got put in Nikita Lyons' spot. For 2 years, Nikita Lyons has been recovering from injuries. Or recovering, coming back, getting injured, and recovering. You know, just the cycle. And I thought at that time she was leagues above everybody. I was like, Nikita Lyons is about to be main roster bound and a household name. LeVar Burton is still alive? I swear he died. So they're using the old Jeopardy studio and doing Scrabble and Trivial Pursuit, huh? They got rid of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Oh, bro, the 80s game shows, and I'm sure in the 70s too. I just came in at the end of the 70s, so I didn't have conscious thought until the 80s. But what was the show? They had the $10,000 or $20,000 pyramid or whatever it was, right? What was the show where they had the whammies, the little devils, and if you landed on one, you would lose all the money that you had won? What was the name of that show? Do you remember? I used to love watching that show. I just forget the name of it. Press Your Luck. I used to love watching that show for some reason. The game shows back in the day were the shit, right? Press Your Luck, Pyramid. You had Let's Make a Deal. And then obviously later on, as you got into high school and college, you had your what? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Weakest Link. If you got Pluto TV on digital antenna. Pluto TV. I don't think I have Pluto TV. My antenna only picks up local channels, really. Like the local cable access, OPB, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. I get like Cozy, which is like, it's almost like Nick at Night. It just shows old school, like 70s, 80s, 90s TV shows. Yeah, I have a digital antenna. I don't know if I have a digital antenna. I just have an antenna that plugs into the back of my TV. And it's like this flat panel that I put push pins on the wall because you just stick it to the wall. And then it finds the local airwaves or something. Pluto TV is free. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not on my TV for some reason. I can't find it. Oh, he lost his tooth? How'd he lose his tooth? Oh, to add the app on my TV? Yeah. My TV's kind of old in terms of being a flat screen. It's a Samsung, but it's a Samsung 3D TV. I got it back in like 2014. So it's like 10, 11, almost. It just turned 11 years old actually. So it's only 1080p, and it was right when TVs started going to where you could add apps on them. It was one of the first generations of TVs where you could actually add Netflix and a bunch of different apps to it. So when you try to add the apps and use them, you get buffering all the fucking time. It's awful. So I never use the apps on that TV because it's shit. But I can put it on my phone, yeah. I just don't watch a lot of TV or movies for that matter. I'm a gamer. Wrestling is really the only TV I watch. Is this a main event chat? No, it can't be. Of course Shiloh Hill was going to lose. Stacks! Oh, the main event is Joe Hendry. Duh. How could I forget? I believe in Joe Hendry. God, she's so fucking pretty. Jesus. Oh, and then transition right into another one. I just can't even just be like, catch my breath on NXT anymore. I mean, if you lined up all them girls and told me to pick one, how do you choose one? You know what I'm saying? The level of beauty on the women's roster in NXT is almost unmatched, bro. It fucking A. Everybody on the main roster is getting plastic surgery and changing the way their facial structure was naturally created by God, and NXT just shit. I don't know where they're finding them girls, but God bless them. Keep it up. Bless them. Bro, you're right. You can't. It's like, Blake Monroe is for sure the most beautiful. And you're looking down. Oh, there's Izzy Dame. And then you're looking at her and her facial features, and you're like, well, you can't really say that Blake is prettier than Izzy. And then there's Kelani Jordan and Lainey Reed, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker. You just keep going down the list, bro. An easier question would be like to answer who's the least attractive, I think, would be the easier question that you might be able to answer. Still difficult, because I don't know who you choose even for that question, but it's quite crazy to me. Just how like facially attractive all their faces are. Like what? I mean, wrestling back in the day always had some big Bertha ugly girl, someone that was more masculine looking than feminine, like a Nicole Bass or a Chyna or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to use the word ugly. I just meant to use the word like not attractive. I don't know. Because you got to remember, when China first showed up on the scene, she looked like a man. She had a huge jawbone, probably from steroids. But she had to have a bunch of plastic surgery before she got to a point where she could be in Playboy. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nicole Bass is the one I'm thinking of the most. But WWE used to always have one or two of them type of. Even Jazz was very muscular and masculine back in the day for a woman. The one that NXT had was Jordan Grace, and some people think she's attractive. So the most masculine one of the whole group of women is Jordan Grace. I mean, the rest of them are all. I mean, they could all be on magazines. Even Jordan Grace. She could be on Muscle and Fitness easy. For being a jacked woman. Because a lot of the women like Jordan Grace start to get line creases in their face from the steroids and the working out. They start to like look like men. And Jordan Grace has somehow maintained her look. I mean, for a while when she was heavy on the roids, she was looking kind of dudeish, but that's toned way down now. My wifey of the sky, EO. So this year they gave her air padded trash can. The fact that she put that over her and went into like complete darkness and then jumped. I mean, God bless. That's wild. Didn't she do it again this year? But she did like a moonsault. Didn't she do a moonsault inside the fuck with the trash can over her? The culling. I'm sorry, Izzy Dame is extremely, extremely fine. Sheesh. Yeah, jumping off the cage at War Games is crazy. With your when you can see what you're looking at, let alone putting a blindfold on or a garbage can over you and doing it blind. Nah.
I ask why? Because what exactly did you guys think I was going to do after that loss? Cry? Go to the back and hide in the shadows and wait for another chance because that's what all of you would have done? Well, one thing about me, I don't waste losses. I study them. And while every other woman back there sits there and feels sorry for themselves, I'm watching, learning, figuring out exactly how this place runs, who panics, who folds, who is delusional enough to think that emotion is a strength instead of a weakness. All that loss did for me last week was bring me clarity.
Turn the mic off.
It made me remember that the calling has always been about removing weakness, exploiting mistakes, and making sure that when moments come, every is already out of place, and I am standing exactly where I plan to be all along. Every step, every move, every second has always been a part of my plan. And last week proves that I am always 3 steps ahead. And I engineered my opportunity. I designed the outcome. And because of that, I am now a champion.
She designed it? How? She caused Blake Monroe to attack Thea Hale and give herself a championship match? I don't understand how that works.
Well, wanting something and getting it are two very different things, Mamacita. And Thea, I know you're back there right now running around, convincing yourself that the louder you whine, the better chance you have at getting a rematch. But crying doesn't change the fact that this title is mine now. And I am in control of exactly when and how anyone gets close to it. Just ask Tatum Paxley how I operate. All of you love Tatum so much. But apparently, love just isn't enough to keep someone on top.
I mean, is she going to talk for a half hour?
I didn't become champion because how beloved I am. I became champion because I think faster, plan longer, and pull the trigger without hesitation. And if anyone, and I mean anyone, thinks that they're going to get close to this title, then they need to understand what they're signing up for. Because you're not fighting for a title. You're walking into a trap. A game that you didn't even realize has already begun. And that just is.
Here comes Tatum.
She broke through. Oh, yeah. Come on, security. Utah. I wonder if Izzy saw that coming. Well, that's going to cost Tatum. Tatum just dropped an official.
Earlier tonight, Ava announced that we'll be crowning new NXT champion on February 3rd. And you seem to be of the opinion that the title should have just been handed to you. And you took exception to that announcement. Have you had a chance to cool off?
What are you talking about? Unbiased journalism around here. Yes, I have time to cool down. And I went and had a conversation with Miss Ava. You know what we talked about? We talked about when I was owed. I was owed a rematch, so we came to a compromise. Oh, Ricky Saints tonight needs to qualify for the match. I'm in the ladder match. And guess what? Breaking news. I'm going to be front row and center for some of these qualifying matches next week. One of them being Shawn Legacy versus Eli Knight, and the other being Joshua Briggs versus Shiloh Hill. And Miss Ava talked about being new. Well, guess what? We're going.
So Shiloh Hill loses to Stat and gets to be.
Say, Shiloh? I just beat that trailer park chief, and now he's getting a qualifying match before me?
Yeah, what?
Your girl helped you win the match. But it's all right. You still have the title, still have the girl. Come on. Let's talk.
He said, you still have the title, you still have the girl. It's all right. Yeah. Here we go, chat. Main event time.
When I first started college, I had a husband getting ready to
Say his name and he appears. Sitting on your toilet. Turn her mic off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe in Joe Hendry. If Stacks won, how the fuck is Shiloh getting the opportunity? But Saints had a point. I think I'd rather have my title, and more importantly, that fine piece of grade A Italian Wagyu. I mean, that's something else, man. She's something else. I could look at her all day. The WWE is locked and loaded for the next 10 years with the women's division, with what they got going on the main roster currently, and with what is being trained, with who is being trained, and what they're doing down in NXT, and also TNA. Don't forget, they are partnered with TNA now, so they've also got access to those ladies. Yeah, women's wrestling is probably in the best place it's ever been in its history right now. So that's a great thing. That's a great thing. We need to do something with this lackluster, non-inspired, nobody really is giving that much of a shit men's division on NXT. Especially now that Javon Evans and Trick Williams and Obafemi are gone. I mean, aside from Joe Hendry, who else has aura on that roster? They literally took the three dudes that had all the aura, that had all the charisma. So that's a tough blow. And I don't know. Who's the guy that showed up at the beginning of the show and decimated everybody with the bloodshot eyes? What was his name? He looked like he could be somebody special. But he got called up from Evolve, so nobody knows who he is yet. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck yeah. That Bears-Packers game was wild, bro. This weekend's going to be even better. Who did the Bears play? Saturday. Who are they playing this weekend? I should know. It's the Niners and the Seahawks for the NFC, and then the NFC North is Rams. The Bears and the Rams. So both those games are going to slap. Oh, Keanu Carver, yeah. He looks like he might be somebody. I don't know if I'd call him Keanu. I don't know if he looks like the name Keanu's believable. But he definitely has a unique look about him, for sure. You can tell he's from Florida with those long-ass wick dreads that he has. Who had... Tatum Paxley has been kicked out of the building for her headbutt on the official. I mean, if these three don't look like the boys next door. Oh, this is cringe. This is cringe for me. Yeah, Bears Rams is the sun. Oh, it's the Sunday night game. Okay. I guess the Niners were pissing and moaning to the league about their game being on Saturday and not Sunday. How you gonna have a guy named Eli Knight when you've got a guy that was named Eli Drake who is now LA Knight? So you name the dude Eli Knight? Elio LaFleur versus Ethan Page is gonna be awesome. So Ruka, Ren QCC. And Fatal Influence in a triple threat tag team match next Tuesday. Gee, I wonder who's winning that.
Booker, doesn't this stipulation fit Dark State Dion Lennox?
I don't know. I mean, no hit step. I think he does stuff out of it. But I'm thinking about Dark State is everything.
Bunch of good. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Paris and Tokyo. Mexico. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
And he's not alone. That is TM. There is some backup for Joe Hendry.
Oh, this song, man. Feel it with me.
Wave your hands from side to side and say, I believe in Joe Hendry. Sorry, Chad, I had to sing over Booker T because Booker T is attempting to sing Joe Hendry's theme song right now, and it is literally tearing a hole in both of my eardrums simultaneously.
But this is no disqualification. And
Hammered Booker T on commentary with half of a voice trying to sing Joe Hendry's theme song was not something that was on my 2026 bingo card, chat. If you happen to hear any note of what came out of his mouth, I truly apologize for all of our misfortune.
Destroyed the field. He laid out our announce test as everyone is focused on that NXT Championship. As Dion Lennox right now focused on beating down and destroying Joe Hendry. Hendry, wrong part of
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Dion Lennox is looking to bring Steve Gold to Dog State right now. He can have tag team problems, but he said, no, I'm going to let my boys carry that and go out and represent and do something big in 2026.
Right now, it's time to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive. Yeah, providing some sort of equalizer for a moment, but yeah, getting dropped. And again, we saw these two throwing hands to start tonight. They were the first two to get in the ring. Whoa, the Ricky Saints along with Ava. Nice kick breaker.
The technique of the Joe Hendry.
Cover, looking for the victory, and a kick out.
Brought a new wrinkle right into the game.
What made you start to believe in Joe?
Joe Hendry is something about it, man. At the ball, around Joe Hendry, there's something. It seems like he got a halo over something down, man. Something about it, man. I don't know what it is.
Here to see if you remember.
Let's talk about Dion Lennox.
Cover off the backbreaker, hook to the leg, and left shoulder off side.
Tonight's got everybody's guard go down and then step up and take advantage of it. I like that. I like that.
I like that they're having a ladder match for the title. And not just a traditional tournament with brackets. Yeah, they're having some qualifying matches, but then all the qualifiers are in a ladder match. 6-man. I'm okay with that. I believe in Joe Hendry. Who will survive on NXT? Chat, have you seen the videos of the new theme park that opened up in Dubai? With the world's fastest and tallest roller coaster that literally goes up the side of a cliff, and then you come up to this to the cliff on the side of it as the track goes up over to the top of it, and then it does some crazy, like, track shit at the top of the cliff. One being a curve that goes out over the cliff, and you come, like, the train cars go sideways and they turn kind of like on an incline. So imagine you're on, your track is on the flat ground, and then you go out over the cliff ledge as the track curves around, and you come back, do another loop, and then it hangs you over the cliff, and then you tilt forward, and it just rocket launches you, I think at like 120 miles an hour. And you just go choom right off the cliff down. I forget how deep the drop is, and it goes all the way back to the amusement park, which is quite a ways away, actually. The track with that cliff, when you're at the park, getting in the roller coaster car is way off in the distance. And I guess it's broken some, like, world records or whatever. But if you're a roller coaster enthusiast, type into Google FOV Dubai roller coaster. World's fastest roller coaster, Dubai, or something like that. The videos will pop up. Pretty sick. The thing sounds like a goddamn fucking fighter jet going by. Sorry, chat. I didn't realize the door to my room was shut, and my dog's probably been tripping. I gotta see if she's okay real quick. Hello. 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 I know. NXT's almost over, and then I'll give you dinner. Almost. I'll do it later. Few minutes. Calm down. Oh. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. Wave your hands from side to side and say, I want to see something real quick. Joe Hendry. You can't really see my lights, can you? You can just see them flickering. Maybe if I turn my light off, you can see the... I'm a Joe Hendry. To defeat and take down Joe Hendry. Doom, doom. Oh damn, that was brutal.
And then bouncing off himself, and you can see Dion's in pain, holding that right hand. That right arm is shivering, and Joe Hendry taking advantage now, slugging away. Lots of right hands. As the NXT Universe showing they believe.
Oh, wait a minute. A little assist from OTM.
Now those are some custom brass knuckles. And big right hand, and again, it is all legal, no disqualification. Will it be enough? I thought Dion Lennox was knocked
Otis,
out. Take
bro,
another look.
where the fuck, bro?
Right.
You good? I sent you a link ages ago. But we're about to be done now. You good? Yeah, Patrick, the fastest and tallest roller coaster. Yeah, it's in Saudi Arabia. The theme park just opened up last week. At least the roller coaster did. Yeah, watch the YouTube shorts on it. Watch the guys that record their phone in first-person FOV. It's crazy. Pretty sick. I want to ride it, but I don't want to have to leave the country and go to the other side of the world to that place to do so. Not happening. Ah, gotcha. All good, bro.
Oh, that was coming our way. You weren't paying attention. But Dion getting hoisted. Standing ovation from Joe Hendry into the cover.
Here we go. Here we go.
And it's legal. It's all legal. And this is why I was asking about this sort of stipulation. As Joe Hendry.
Why does it look like, I don't know, it looks like I'm sunk down in my chair when I don't have the background, but when I have the background, I feel like everybody can see me better. Okay. Oh, maybe it's because I turned my light off, that's why. Turn it back on. Shit. There we go. Oh, I just cut the feed. NXT's been okay. I don't know how much you've caught, Otis. The beginning was good. I liked it. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but pay close attention to the Blake Monroe promo. That's all I'm going to say. Make sure you start the Blake promo from the beginning. And I won't be surprised if you're texting me when it's over, unless you've already seen it. we've already seen it, we can discuss. But I'm assuming since you were at dinner with your family, you didn't see it yet. So I'm assuming I'll be getting a text later on. That's probably the highlight of the night for me, to be honest. It's always the women in NXT are the highlight. I just can't get over how gorgeous every one of them are. And why are the dudes cringe now in NXT and the women aren't? What happened? Because when we were in Black and Gold, most of the women were cringe. You had... I'm trying to think of all the cringe chicks that were in NXT at the time. You had, what's her name? I can't think of it. Dana Brooke. Right? She was cringe. Who else was cringe? I know you had good wrestling talent in the women in Black and Gold, but is Becky Lynch hotter than any of these girls? Would you say Bayley's hotter than any of these girls? Would you say Sasha Banks is hotter than any of these girls? I don't need to say anything about Charlotte Flair. And again, those women are all attractive in their own right. But let's not forget Paige and Emma, because they were part of that too. But you're talking about 6 women who didn't get much of a push, who didn't get to show what they could do much. Oh, shit. Tony D'Angelo. Oh, shit, with the Uranagi. Right on Dion Lennox.
Why did he have to go Hendry? You said it earlier. He was wise. He knew he had someone in his corner. No. What in the world? D'Angelo. Now he's dragging Joe Hendry.
So Uranagi's Joe Hendry and Dion Lennox, Tony D'Angelo, and then he drags Joe Hendry and puts him on top for the win. So Joe Hendry, unconscious, beats Dion Lennox with help. I don't want to say help because, I mean, D'Angelo knocked them both out. What's going on with Tony D'Angelo, man? They're dragging this shit out with Tony D'Angelo. And they're really, really letting him use just for a minute in his beard like a motherfucker. Uh-oh. There goes Ava. What's going on here? And Tony D'Angelo's taking out security. It's chaos and disorder. Chaos and disorder at the end of NXT chat. I don't know. I guess Ava didn't have... I guess all her clothes were dirty before she had to be at the Performance Center, and all they could find was a tablecloth for her to cut in half and wrap around her and make it look like a 2-piece. I don't know what that outfit is, but never seen nothing like it. Ava comes out with security, and Tony D'Angelo decimates all of them. So they're building up Tony D'Angelo to be the next big monster of NXT, I guess, huh? That was NXT. We can recap real quick. It was a good show. It was a good show, I thought. Just the women are always the standout. The Lexis King stuff, man. I want to talk about Lexis King for a second because he should be the Randy Orton of that whole place down there in Orlando. given the fact that he comes from lineage, he comes from wrestling blood, you know? And this, whatever they're doing with him, I don't know if it's his gimmick that he wanted to do. I don't know if they're making him do it, but what a waste of fucking years off your career. He was what? Wasn't he the first guy to leave NXT even before Cody? I need to Google that because maybe not. When did both Lexis King and Cody Rhodes respectively leave AEW?
Cody Rhodes left AEW in February 2022, while Lexis King, formerly Brian Pillman Jr., departed in July 2023 after his contract ended.
Okay, so Lexis King left about a year after Cody did. That was a while ago. That's 6 years ago now. I'm sorry, 6 years ago. 3 years ago. Math ain't mathing, brain ain't braining. Yeah, Cody left first. Now, do you see where when you go back to my comment of what a waste of years off of your career? Cody leaves. Look what Cody's doing. Now, Lexis King was still new to the wrestling business and green, and they wanted to retrain him in NXT, and I get that, but is this gimmick working for him? I feel bad for the guy. I will say during his promo tonight, I did catch him while the camera angle was an interesting camera angle that they had on him. And I noticed that he kept looking off to the right. And I'm assuming that was his promo he was reading. So I think he has trouble with promos, to be honest. But wow, the most people I've had all day. And I'm about to turn it off. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just wrapping up talking about NXT. Thank you for stopping by. Do me a favor for the ones that hung out, hit that like button. For the ones that just got here, do me a favor and hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. But Lexis King, this gimmick is just, I don't know, man. I just would find it hard to believe if you told me he was happy with his current state of things and where he's at in NXT after 3 years when all these other people come in and just go right over him. Maybe you don't care. I don't know. Good to see Jada Parker back. Holy shit, is it ever good? She that's going to be something. And like I said earlier in the show, I'm more interested in what they did tonight than anything else going on with the women, if I'm being honest. I know we're going to have a triple threat women's tag team match on February the 3rd. But NXT's chugging along nicely. I'm glad to see that at the beginning of the year there are some names that they are working on that they weren't necessarily working on a whole lot with last year. So now that NXT's kind of been gutted for main roster call-ups, you're losing a lot of star power that they had built up. I'm assuming that's Blake Monroe's down there because if you take her and put her on the main roster, like people are still rumoring her to get called to the main roster. Maybe at WrestleMania. I don't think now with all the names that they've already brought up. I think they wanted to bring up Solruka too, but I don't think they're doing that till WrestleMania either, or maybe the Royal Rumble. I fully expect Solruka to be in the Women's Royal Rumble. But yeah, they're chugging along nicely. They got a nice little pool of talent. A lot of them guys need work, but the women are way farther along in their character development and their in-ring ability. The guys still, to me, a lot of the guys like Josh Briggs and who we saw tonight, Jasper Troy and stuff, when they're doing excuse me, when they're doing moves in the chat, it seems like they're like you can tell they're thinking about the move that they're doing and then the move they got to do after the move that they're doing. You can tell they're thinking about it because like when they run, and a lot of them guys when they're running in the ring, even bouncing off the ropes, it's herky jerky and it's not smooth. And I don't know what fixes that because you can run the ropes a million times. If you're still thinking about each move one step before you do it, that's going to translate to TV. And people that are in tune with wrestling, with the product, and know what good wrestling is are going to pick up on that. Falcon's Flight. Yeah, that's the name of the roller coaster. Looks fun as fuck. But sadly, it's a roller coaster I'm never going to get to experience. Maybe they'll build one like that in the United States. Yeah, right. Um, so yeah, NXT was a good show. They're advancing things nicely for the beginning of the year to set up some storylines heading into WrestleMania weekend. In a couple of months, just a couple of weeks. It's like 8 weeks away now, or like 10 weeks. I forget they're doing it in the third week of April now, which is crazy. But yeah. So we'll come back next week and see how things progress. But tonight was a decent little show. Nothing crazy. Nothing like I would say, oh, you have to go out and see this. If you get on Twitter, whatever highlights that they posted on Twitter, that's really probably all you need to see about NXT. But again, if you watch NXT regularly like we do, you kind of know what to expect from them. I don't go into these shows expecting what I used to watch Black and Gold for. I was glued to NXT back in the day, right? And you knew, okay, what kind of advancement are they doing for the next pay-per-view? 5-star pay-per-view, because they were all, you knew you were getting a 5-star pay-per-view. So it's a little bit of a different vibe with this NXT, but it's decent. I like watching these kids get better as we watch and as they progress in the ring from week to week. It's pretty cool to see. So yeah, my stream time resets tonight at midnight, so I'll be good to go for next week. I'm probably gonna stream Saturday during the Seahawks game, to be honest, because that was fun when I did the game a couple weeks ago. I enjoyed that. So I'm more than likely going to stream Saturday for the Seahawks 49ers game. And I'll be good to go with stream time for a while. The weekend after, we've got Saturday night's main event. And then the week after that, we've got the Royal Rumble. So I'm going to need stream time for that. And I don't think, if I do the Seahawks game, that's going to be at least 3 hours. So you might not see me every week for NXT the next couple of weeks. I might do one here and there, but my team is still in the playoffs, so I'd rather save streaming time for that. But thank you guys for hanging out, Patrick and Mike. I appreciate it. Otis, thank you for stopping by, bro. Hope you had a good dinner with the family. And Eddie Foster, thank you for stopping by and hanging out too, brother. Appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good night. And you'll either see me over in the TNT chat, and if not, I'll see you guys tomorrow in JD's for the AEW review. But take care, guys. I will talk to you soon.